We them broke boys from the hood. We on them missions, understood. Won't catch us lacking, we that good. We always winning like we should. We flying high, we butterfly up to the sky. No way you catching us, goodbye. Pray to God we make it out alive. I'll never leave my dogs behind. We stick together like we signed. We shooting stars, one of a kind. We undefeated, just resign. Money more lure than a bitch nowadays.
Or be ahead of it. Like, it's so hard to get ahead and start something new because, and that's the one thing a lot of people don't talk about is trend setting, right? Like, trying to start something new and hoping it pops off. You get your inner group and I'm like, yo, that's hard. Like, that's going to pop off and you do it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work. Yeah. It doesn't blow up like you wanted it to. You lose inspiration, but you let somebody else do it. And then you try to hop on the trend afterwards and you're just like, it's not selling because everybody's doing it now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, trying to find that little sweet spot in creative process and trying something new is not easy at all.
My best advice for that is to create something that you love.
Yeah.
What you like.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's just like, you look at it and you're just like, oh, fuck, it didn't come out. If it didn't come out, tweak it.
Yeah.
Find your vision. Truly find how you want it to look.
Exactly.
Because there was one time that we had a creative idea. This was last year. And he was talking about this diamond with an eye in the middle, with a droopy, like a teardrop,
right?
And it to have a broken heart inside the teardrop. It was something creative,
right?
That looked pretty cool.
Right.
I liked the graphic idea, and when I visually seen it, I was like, I don't know what it was. It just wasn't. It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
And then I just told him, I was like, it could be fucking random shit, bro. Just say it. It is what it is. The more creative things that we can brainstorm, get together, the more stuff that we can create.
Exactly.
And in the beginning, when I made the first Broke Boys logo, I made it off Canva, and I created it. And then I sent him like 4 different options, and he looked at it and he was just like, "They're all good, bro."
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, but I'm not looking about you complimenting it.
Yeah, I need to
tell me what you don't like. Tell me what you want to envision." That's the important thing of having a creative team, so that way you guys are all on the same page. And voice your guys' opinion. You're like, nah, I don't fuck with it, or no, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Switch this, or you know what, this would look better if it was this way.
Yeah.
Create it and then see, and if it is to your guys' liking, do it.
Yeah.
But don't do it and be like, all right, toss it. Never toss it to the side.
Right.
Keep going on it. Keep building off of it.
That is great advice.
And that's what we did with the shirt we showed you right now.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, like, you want to find the person that's going to be designing your stuff. Like, you want y'all to be on the same wavelength.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have a friend that he has one already. He has a clothing brand already.
Yeah.
And at this point, he literally just types it out, like, texts it to him.
Yeah.
I want this. Boom, he sends it to him. He's like, perfect. Just tweak, like, 2 things. We're good.
Exactly.
And it's just like, I want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having that on your team is one of the things that, like, is not easy to do. Trying to find somebody that has the same creative mindset as you, where, like he said, you can tell them, like, hey, I want this. And it comes out, the colors are popping, the design is right, the right font, everything. Bro, it's not easy to find.
No.
Like, and him will think like that together.
Yeah.
But none of us just do design work.
We do, like, yeah. We don't do creative or digital creation. So unfortunately, like, I can try something like that, but bro, it's like, you remember on Black Ops when people used to design their emblems?
Yeah.
It's like getting that one dude who got over 1,000 characters on there. He then spent 3 hours designing it, and you got me, and it's just 2 guns and a skull and different colors.
Smiley face.
Yeah, literally. 6-page template. That's it. But that's
that. The whole creative or like graphic stuff, bro. That is. We watched our boy do it, and we're like, what are you doing?
And they do it like nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, short keys are already added in. They know how to. Bro, it's a lot. But
it's like, can you change this color like a little darker, or switch these 2 colors? He's 1 key. Switch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I get you on that. It's same thing for me. Like, there's certain stuff that I'm just like, when it comes to the creative aspect of what I want and what I visually see, I need it to be written down. I need it to show, like, all right, this is how I want it. This is how. I'm very particular about certain details. I pay attention to the smallest details. And working with Leo, he always makes sure, like, okay, let's get on the same page.
Right.
Tell me more.
Exactly.
And I tell him, and boom, he creates it just the way that he envisions it and the way that I envision it. And we get on the same page all the time.
Right.
So that's the important thing, is to finding something that you can build off of and have that relationship. Shirts, getting into clothing, it is a difficult fucking market for sure.
And I think that's one thing a lot of people don't talk about. Like, people don't talk about how hard it is to have an audience that gives you actual, genuine feedback.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you're asking the homies, like, hey, what do y'all think about this? And then they're like, yeah, it's good, bro. And then
That's it.
if you get homies that are like, yo, I'm not going to lie, you should probably use a different song, or, oh, maybe cut it here, do a fade in, fade out, do a different intro, stuff like that. When you get in depth like that, that's when it really helps the most, because you can see where your errors may have been, what's more pleasing to the eye, and things of that sort.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. There's been a lot of times where I've dropped something and I'm looking back at it like something's off, and the homie's like, bro, I'm not going to lie. You probably should have just scrapped this whole intro and just let it as is. And I'm like, dude, why didn't we do that? Yeah, I'm like, bro, why did I?
It was like, he sent me the reel with 2 different songs. I was like, not gonna lie, I know what you're going for.
Yeah.
What he ended up going for in the end. I was like, but this one sounds better. And he was like, yeah, but everyone's saying this one. I was like, I'm just telling you my opinion.
Yeah.
You do what you want.
Yeah.
And then he did the one that everybody else said.
Yeah. Did not blow up.
He was like, yeah, I didn't do as good as I wanted it to. I was like, but if you would have used the other song, it probably would have blew.
And the thing was,
but then you never know.
No, it's a gamble.
It's a gamble with different audiences too, because especially working on 2 different platforms, like Instagram and TikTok have 2 different like feelings, right?
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
TikTok for like the car content is more like, I'm not gonna say
Fast
edgy,
paced.
but it's fast paced,
Yeah.
and they like static stuff. They love seeing cars scraping on the ground, aggressive music, songs with aggressive beats on it, and different types of graphics, right?
Yeah.
You on Instagram, it's more or less like calm stuff, quick. Don't make it more than like 15 seconds.
Kind of, how would you describe it? Like effortlessly.
Yeah, effortless. Exactly. Not a bunch of like transitions in the video, stuff
Yeah.
like that. So trying to find out the algorithm for both applications and then feed both audiences good quality work is like,
It's difficult.
once we start implementing YouTube, yeah,
YouTube is a completely
Suck.
that's like creating an actual movie.
There's like so much more. There's like just so much more things to it.
Yeah,
Thumbnail, title, the way you
intro,
edited.
the intro, the outro, and then also you can vlog it, right? But then you also have to make a reel inside of the video
Yeah.
that you're already vlogging.
and then with YouTube is you have to know that there is no set algorithm.
Exactly.
Like how it
It's
is on
just
TikTok.
who's interested.
It's
Come on, bro. I really think it's just dumb luck.
Yeah.
I'll watch people that are like, just to see like, so now that we're trying to do it, I just watch different things, different popular things. It's like, bro, how is this even popular?
Yeah, how are y'all blowing? But TikTok is the same way
It's
too.
just dumb luck.
TikTok is the same way. I've seen a lot of people blow up on like car TikTok. And I'm like, bro, this is a stock Ford Fusion slammed on the floor, but the edit is clean and he's got over 100,000 likes. I'm over here doing this work on CapCut, raw editing, and I get 100 likes, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But I think it is just dumb luck. A lot of the time, if you have a supportive background, you've got a lot of like sponsorships, you've got a lot of people who are, willing to put you out there and get you out there. If you're known already, that's where it's at. Yeah. And obviously in social media, content creation and stuff, your best bet is knowing a lot of people. If you can network easy, you'll blow up easy.
Yeah.
And that's what you guys are talking about on the other podcast. Like you were saying, the other podcasts,
Yeah.
they already had a following.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, let's just make a podcast. People are going to watch it because we already have a following.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the hard thing. Like, even when I looked at inspirations for vlogs, like everyone always got on me. Do vlogs.
Yeah.
Do vlogs. Just fucking just start doing vlogs.
They say it like it's easy.
Yeah, they say like it's fucking easy to do it. But it's so fucking intimidating sometimes. And then sometimes I'm just like, I'm not even fucking entertaining enough.
Yeah.
And then I look at some of the most successful vlogs, and there's people that have a whole group.
Right.
And they make it all entertaining.
Right.
And I even look back at, like, for example, David Dobrik.
Yeah.
You look at any of the videos that he did, it didn't make any sense.
Right.
No, not at all.
There were small skits that didn't make any sense at all early on.
They're literally videos of, it's a video of little videos of them doing dumb shit.
Yeah. That's all it was. And I was just like, if there was a way that I could get into a squad and we can all get into the same page and we all do the same thing and maybe even build off to something similar to his, because his, I think what caught everyone's attention was it was only 4 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's short.
And it was so short, and it got people's attention to the point where it was like, hold on, I want more.
Yeah.
And that's how X made his songs.
Exactly.
He literally explained, he was like, all my songs are short because I want you to listen to them and then wanting you to want more.
Yeah. You have to tease the audience.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I
That's
wish I was
playing mind games.
Yeah,
literally.
But there is definitely a form of, I don't want to say manipulation. There's a form of, what's the term? Not psychotic, but like, bro, I can't think of the word right now. I'm struggling right now. It's killing me. Yeah, at this point,
mind control.
No, it's almost like a form of manipulation, but like,
you're talking about like brain rot, like how TikTok videos, they have that where it's catchy, but then it's another video, but it's in the same video.
Well, I'm saying you have to be able to manipulate the public in a sense to be able to grab their attention and have them wanting more.
And the way that these big YouTube
clickbait, exactly. So you have to
bait them in.
It's not the exact word, but it fits. It fits. All right, leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone. So clickbaiting, for instance, is a form of the manipulation I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You have to be able to.
It's basically like just hyping your own video up.
Yeah, the best part of it, like the peak part of your vlog or your video, and throwing it out there and be like, yeah, people are going to watch this little short clip and want to go watch the YouTube video.
Mm-hmm.
And
clipping. That's what you're talking about.
Clip farming almost.
Yeah.
Either way, once you learn that, I think that's really the key to their success.
And that's what I told you too. Like, I want to have the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But then
TikTok, Instagram, clickbait.
And that's how you get their attention to go watch the main thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think any strategy that you go with, none of them are bad.
Right.
I think from experience, I've done this for a year now. We started off on Instagram and on TikTok.
Right.
We didn't do nothing with YouTube. I still haven't really fucked with YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
The host provider that I got for the podcast, they post shit on YouTube for me.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not like a whole audio or video clip. It's just strictly the audio.
Yeah.
The audio, my bad. Right. But that's the only thing that's posted on there.
Right.
I don't touch it. I don't upload a video. I know eventually when I get good, because I still got to learn how to edit. I still got to learn all this.
I've been messing with that, bro.
I don't understand it. And I have a few friends like that are content creators that say, "Oh, it's easy." And I'm like, "Okay, it's easy for you, but you've been doing it. Like I haven't
been into video editing since middle school. Like, some people it does flow a little bit easier, but especially when you're doing different things in life too. Yeah, like this isn't the only thing you do. You work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hitting the gym. You got a whole routine that you have to practice and then fit this into your schedule. It's not as easy as somebody else who has residual incomes that they can sit down and just really focus and hone in on it.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I've always been proud about you, because you've been able to balance your work-life schedule and still been able to keep schedule with the podcast, coming up with creative ideas. And we talked about this before. You can still work an 8 to 10 hour shift, come home and be like, all right, let's run this podcast real quick. You know what you're going to talk about. You know what you want to do. And you crank it out, you get it done. And it's just like, wow, I actually did that. And sometimes you don't even recognize it until weeks later on. You're like, dude, I'm running this like clockwork.
Yeah.
Like it's,
how you have to think about it.
Yeah.
And I lack in noticing my own development.
Bro, you're killing it.
And sometimes like people say that, and sometimes I feel like, fuck, man, I'm not killing it.
Yeah, you're so much better. Yeah.
And the thing is, you always want to push yourself for more. So you're never going to think like, oh yeah, I'm good now.
But let's be honest with you. Like, what's the most perfect podcast? There is none. Like, you can say David Dobrik, but it's only because he's successful, because he's been through it for
You got Joe Rogan, you got
Joe Rogan.
A lot of other.
How many episodes this man got? Bro, Joe Rogan, isn't it in the thousands right now, bro?
Yeah.
At that point, it's just like
But he has a whole production team. And that's why I tell myself, like I'm not there to that status, but I am grateful to where I'm at. Like,
right.
I think I talked about this the last episode that I just dropped. I was like, shit, I have about 4,000 listeners.
Mm.
The Instagram's finally blowing up in its own way.
Mm.
Not crazy, but it took me a minute to be like, hey, I got the listeners for it, but I don't got the following for it.
Exactly.
To have people interact, I wish I was more of an interaction. That's what I struggled with.
Right.
Now I got people that interact. Now I got people that comment every now and then. Right. I got people that actually follow, enjoy the page, whatever it is. And I had to learn how to fucking jump different obstacles to figure it out. So I took a break from recording videos. Because before I used to hook everything up, have the video recording like how it is right now, have everything set up perfectly. Because of eventually I was like, okay, I can make reels and I can post it, get the clips, whatever it was. It got too complicated.
Yeah.
Because I was like so busy dealing with work, dealing with other issues, dealing with family problems. There's a lot of stuff that you got to juggle within your personal life that's just like, how do I have time to fit this?
Exactly.
Before it was easy.
Yeah.
Like before it was just a set schedule, Saturday, no matter what, recording day.
Right.
2 episodes. That way I have it set for Sunday and for Thursday.
Right.
Set in stone. Now I barely even have any free time on Saturday or on Sunday.
Right.
If I get lucky throughout the week, it's kind of hard to juggle now.
Right.
Because of so much shit that goes on in life.
Exactly.
But it's crazy that you get those people that are truly fans, that really enjoy your stuff and really like to listen, that are actually still loyal. Exactly. And they still come consistently and they still listen. They still send you messages.
Right.
And I said this, the last episode, I have somebody that wants to do a cover song of the Broke Boy song. I'll show you guys a sample of it because I actually do like it. It's different. It's not the same. It's completely different. This dude also has one with Christmas music in it. I almost want to message him to be like, I almost want to message him and be like, let's push this so that way I have something for Christmas.
Right.
That whole month of December, it's a different thing. Yeah.
And it's so crazy how many doors open for you when you're consistent like that, right? Like when you first started it out, you're like stressing about, dude, am I really going to make it? Like, is it going to pop off? And you didn't think, you just did.
Yeah.
And now you're in a position where, like you said, you've earned the phone. You've got people who are fully invested into you to the points where you got your hands full. You're like, dude, I got so much work now. I don't even know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
But having those people who are loyal to you and fully invested into your podcast will pay off because now they're going to make it easier for you to be able to produce content, and it's good quality stuff. It's stuff that you've already passed the roadblocks and got to a point to where now you've got, again, theme music for different seasons. Do a Christmas season, and the beginning of the podcast sounds like Christmas music. It sounds like snowing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's amazing, bro. That's what I love about social media networking and content creation is that you will meet so many people who are so supportive for you that they'll help you reach the goals that you wanted to reach.
Yeah.
When you thought you were just going to do it all on your own, you weren't going to have helping hands. You'll find those other people that are going to be like, you know what, bro, I see what you're doing. I want to help you progress. I want to help you get to this point just because they're just that selfless. You know what I'm saying?
And they want to be part of it. Like,
yeah. Like let's do this as a team. Let's collaborate. And that's why I posted what I posted yesterday as well, because I said, you know what, like, I barely reached 1,000 followers. I know people who don't do content creation that got 4,000 followers. Hey, I'm just saying. I know people who got 4,000 followers who don't do content.
Yeah.
To me, seeing that 4-digit number on my account makes me feel like, wow, people fuck with me, whether it was just car stuff or people I knew since middle school. And it just made me want to do more and be like, you know what, y'all supported me this much, and I feel like my own content creation is mid. I feel like I'm not even doing enough. I've seen other content creators, and it's like, dude, how long did it take you to make that edit? I know, like, that took hours. But I wanted to start giving back because I'm not doing this for nothing. I want to make a positive outcome for this.
Absolutely.
And so, collaborating with other content creators, collaborating with people starting services like eyelashes and people who are mobile mechanics, like, let me know. If I made it because y'all supported me, because y'all shared a reel I made, or y'all really thought my car was cool and said, hey, I'm going to pull up to your guys' car meet. I really fucked with y'all.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm going to put you on the map too with me because, again, you helped me get on the map. I'm gonna make sure you're going to eat at the same table as me. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like if anybody were to reach out to me to do some collab or some sort of business, or hey, can you push this? Yeah, absolutely. I'll help you with anything. Before, like I said this before, I only had 100 followers last year. I look at where I'm, and nothing. and it's just like, it's still the same. It's still the same. Like, I'm still the same motherfucker. Like, I'm still, I'm still willing to help anybody out.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. I'm still learning. I'm still developing social connections. I'm still developing how to edit. I'm still learning new things.
Right.
But it doesn't change the way that I think and what I want to do for everybody. It's to support one another.
Exactly.
So any type of help will fucking lead you to the right path.
Right.
Like if I had you see the following, and in like your instance, you have 1,000 followers. And if you had 1,000 followers that repost your shit on a daily basis, you know how fucking quick like everything would get, the algorithm and stuff. It's just insane of what the following can do to you.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't get all 1,000 people to share, to reply to, and that's the good and the bad. But it looks good on when people look at your profile because it's just like, oh shit, he has 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
Compared to like, oh, he has a few hundred.
Yeah.
Then that's when people start paying attention a little bit more.
Exactly.
I even noticed it too. I got the blue check mark.
Yeah. Yeah.
People are like, oh,
Who's this guy?
Now that
Yeah.
I had people fucking message me randomly and be like, hey, like, is there any way you can send me like some money or something?
Hey, yo.
And I'm just like,
Yo, be cool. Yeah, watching.
yeah, I'm just like, hold on, man. Like, I haven't seen you in years and now you gonna be asking for money? Like, oh my God. And people are different. But I will say that there's sometimes that there's wholesome people that I'll see people at the gym and they'll come up to me and be like, hey, I've listened to your podcast. Like,
that's crazy.
I love what you do. Thank you for everything that you do. And they self-express themselves.
Yeah.
And I tell them, like, hey, thank you for listening. Thank you for the support. And occasionally some people will be like, hey, man, like, you know, you should talk about more different things and stuff like that. I take the feedback as it is. I don't have to.
Feedback is good feedback.
Yeah. There's certain people out here who are in like content creation. They are afraid of getting that feedback. Like constructive criticism for one.
Yeah.
You have to be open to constructive criticism because if you're not, bro, you're not
going to go nowhere.
You're going to be like,
excel yourself.
You're going to be like, no, I don't want to listen to that. Like, no, I know what I want. You know what I'm saying? That's why, again, for an example, with when Julian told me, hey, bro, you should probably do this one. And I looked at it and I said, okay, let me test this out. I posted the version he wanted me to post on TikTok. And then I posted the other version that I wanted on Instagram. There was another one I had in the background that I didn't post.
Yeah.
I was like, I really wanted to use this one, but it's not going to work. Bro, the one on TikTok popped off. And that was when Julian told me to post. I was like, damn.
Because I looked at it through, like, a random person.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because the first one was rock music. Okay, yeah, it looked good with the video, but how many people are gravitating towards rock
exactly. And that's more personalized towards me because I like alternative rock. I like different types of stuff. But for somebody who is just
random, just looking through like, oh yeah, this song with this video, yeah,
it looks hard, So I mean, that type of constructive criticism. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm not gonna lie, bro, your content is trash. Like, you definitely should quit. Like, nah. It's more or less just being able to be like, I'm going to be honest, but I think this song would work a little bit better.
Yeah.
And being able to take that in, it will help you out a lot more because it's like, okay, maybe
for the next time.
Yeah.
Okay, this worked, this didn't work.
Maybe I need to be more outside of tunnel vision and be able to view out different perspectives.
Absolutely.
Because when you're tunnel vision, sometimes you lose yourself in your own character and your own creations. Sometimes the audience doesn't need that. You know what I'm saying? Or don't need that. But I had to correct myself. But the world of content creation is insane. I will say that it's taught me a lot more than I imagined because I thought it was just, hey, create a video. People don't think this is hard. Like, no, it's so much deeper than that.
I from what I learned from my thing is, and I talked about this the last podcast that me and you had, is how to fit my audience,
right?
Where to find my audience. And obviously in most of my podcasts, I speak about, self-love. And I talked about that journey.
Right.
So then I started just making reels for myself.
Right.
On my page.
Right.
People don't have to like it.
Right.
But that's just what I wanted to do because I knew I wasn't going to be posting any more reels of the podcast.
Right.
Because I had to take a break for it.
Right.
So it took a minute. This is the first time that I actually whooped out the camera to be like, all right, let's do it.
Right. Just break it out the glass case.
Yeah.
Best her off.
Case
Man. But it's just like, it was just exciting to be like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna bring it. It's a special occasion. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And to do it all over again, it's exciting. And I thought about it at the time, was like, what the fuck was I gonna do to keep people? I can't keep posting pictures of myself.
Right.
Because then people are just gonna be like, oh, whatever.
Right.
You have to change.
But I would say what you were doing Yeah, you're posting about yourself, what you're going through, but there's a lot of people
relating. Yeah, that's why, bro. When I reposted one of them, I had so many people liking it. I was like, dude, he struck the algorithm for sure, because there's a lot of people going through personal things.
Yeah.
And one thing I will say about our generation and just people in general, they don't like to post how they feel or their personal emotions or what they're going through on social media.
Yeah.
But they'll like this stuff.
Yeah.
They'll comment on it. You know what I'm saying? Some people feel embarrassed to express themselves because they're like, oh, I don't want my followers knowing I'm going through this, or I don't want people seeing. Dude, you're doing great. Like, a lot of those messages touch a lot of people.
And a lot of those messages were just messages for myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Just be like, oh, you know, what I'm going through. Yeah. What I feel, how I see things, and just, I create my own little things. I use CapCut. Yeah, I cheat. So I just insert my pictures, my videos, and just
the IT crazy.
But it just it worked.
Yeah.
And some days it gets the attention, some days it doesn't.
Right.
But at the same time, it gets my attention because this is something that I went through and something that I like.
Yeah.
And there's times that I know that people see it and they won't like it, but they fucking see it.
Yeah.
And they're like,
they're thinking about it.
yeah, they're thinking about it. Because then you can see the difference. I can see how many people view it and how many times they view it.
Exactly.
And it's just like, okay, like, shit, look at all of them. And I was just like, I love the stalkers. I love the fans. Bro, even I would send screenshots to DJ.
Yeah.
Like, look, this dude's still looking at all my profiles.
Number one fan.
Number one fan.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's insane how when you reach peak success or when you're progressing yourself in life, the people who doubted you, the people who didn't want to see you win, stalk you the most. Like, it's, I don't know if it's a thing of envy. I don't know if it's jealousy. I don't know what it is, but bro, even for me, like, I'll make reels, I'll post certain things, and people who I'm not even friends with no more, they don't follow me, look at my story, and I'm just like, why are you still constantly watching me? Like,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like, bro, this has been years, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, you know what? Maybe I'm the inspiration they need. Maybe they're trying to get out of their rut, and they're constantly thinking about the situation, like they want to apologize but can't.
Yeah.
Regardless of the situation, I just think there's so many good things that come out with what you do that still are unrecognized. Like, there's other stuff that you do that people want to say to you that, like, bro, you've helped me a lot. Like, these podcasts probably, like, really do help people get off their edge or help them out when they're in the gym. Like, when Julian first told me, he was like, yeah, I listened to podcasts when I was working out. And I was like, for real? Like, you bro.
There's times where I get surprised too, because I'm like, you be listening to my numbers?
Like to me, it's like when you're in the situation and you're doing it, to know somebody else is watching what you've created and they genuinely enjoyed it. They're like, damn, like, I really did that.
Yeah.
It feels good, man.
It is a wonderful feeling, and it's indescribable. And you feel so grateful. Like, when I get certain fan mail, I get those emails, you know, and it won't show me everyone's full number. It'll just show me fan person number, the last 3-4 digits of their number.
Right.
And it's just a message of like, thank you for the episode, man. Like, you really inspired me. You inspired to be better. Some of the rappers that I had before, Rockstar Turtle, he constantly is just like, dude, you motivate me every day.
Yeah.
He's just like, because your schedule's insane and you still figure it out for the podcast.
Right.
And then I think I told Kat this. I was like, I look at the numbers now for season 2 compared to season 1.
Right.
Season 1 was 100 episodes. Season 2, I'm barely at 11. And I'm just like, man, what the fuck? But then again, like, there was so much creativity the first season.
Right.
And there was so much of like, I was in a different era at the time.
Right.
I was still looking for a job. I was still like trying to find my own way and try to pave my own path.
Right.
And obviously the other guy had so much fucking free time.
Right.
So
content pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So content was pushing. Everything was pushing. And eventually, like, I was like, now this is completely solo. Now I completely detached on certain things because I want to perfect certain things before I can publish it.
Right.
Now it's like not half-assed. Now it's doing it the way I want it.
Right.
So that's how I saw it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I had a few people like, bro, like, post it on YouTube. No matter how shitty it is, post it on YouTube. And it's just like, nah, I didn't want to post anything shitty for somebody that deserves something that's good.
Right.
At least to be good.
Exactly.
Not to be perfect, because nothing's going to be perfect.
Exactly.
But at least for it to be good and entertaining to put out there.
Right.
There's been episodes that I fucking sat here for 2-3 hours and I completely trashed them because they were just, the energy wasn't there. That just wasn't good. And it just wasn't to my liking.
Right.
It wasn't like before. Before, I would do the episodes and then be like, this one's kind of mid. Fuck it. Post it. But I never listened to it being perfected or it being good. I just did it, just post it. Right. This time it's more of like, nah, this is my rebuilding area.
Right.
This is we're gonna perfect it. This time we're gonna have it good. We're gonna have it set.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I'm getting a check.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
So why am I gonna do that to people? The people deserve better.
Exactly.
So that's just where it's at with the platform.
You're more on the face of now quality over quantity.
Exactly. It's like working when you first start the job. You're trying to rush through things. You're trying to learn the process. You're like, all right, I can speed through this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
But once you learn the trade, you're like, okay, I got to produce quality work. I'm not getting paid for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to do it right. Let me sit down and do it right.
Yep.
That reminder is really good for a lot of people, even for me alone. Because there's been times where I produce something and I'm just like, this ain't what I wanted, but I'm going to push it out anyways. You know what I'm saying? I need to post some content just to keep active. But if you're not passionate about it, right? If you produce something and your whole heart isn't into it, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel it. If you're not being authentic and genuine in what you're producing, you're not doing it right. There's nothing worse than producing half-ass content.
Yeah.
And we're all guilty of it.
That's a bad reflection on yourself, too.
Yeah, we're all guilty of it.
Yeah.
And the audience can see that too. They're like, bro, you've done way better than that. What is this shit?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the hard part too, is after you did the half-assed work and produced it, then you're getting bad reactions, and then you're just like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? But like I said before, bro, I'm proud of you, because even with the consistency of being able to still say, hey, you want to come through and do a podcast bro. You want to come through and do a podcast episode? Like, let's do this, let's do that, like planning it out and stuff like that. Even the days you don't want to do it the most, like, you still crank it out. You still do what you got to do. You still fit it in your schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is something that I can't even fathom. You know what I'm saying?
It's discipline, man. It's just a bunch of, like, I just see it as like, it has to get done.
Yeah.
Because if not, I feel like I'm going to lose the audience. I feel like I'm going to lose their attention.
Exactly.
I work so hard to gain
That's how a lot of people die out, too, is that they're not consistent.
Exactly.
Yeah. And just stay on top of it.
Yeah.
I always stay on top of it. And shit, I remember the first time that one of my episodes had blown up, and it was like 50 downloads at the time. At the time, I was only getting like 15.
Yeah.
50 was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's a completely different number.
Yeah.
Like, we were like, and then I
need it.
and I looked at the map, because it'll show me the map on the disc thing, on the post provider.
Right.
And it was like to the UK, it was out to like fucking what is it, London, like fucking Spain, like different, almost worldwide. And I was just like, I never would imagine that people from the Netherlands, you know, just Australia, I mean, random fucking places, Canada, like, I wouldn't imagine that it would go all the way out there.
Right.
But people do listen. And that just motivated me more at the time. And there was moments where, I'm not even going to lie to you, there was moments where we couldn't get on the same page like with content-wise and like figuring things out.
Right.
And it would be hard when somebody isn't fully in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because then it's just like, oh, bro, come on, like give me something to work with, and you're not giving me that.
You have to push him.
It'll never work.
Dude, there was like
mindset.
I don't know if I told you, but there was like 4 episodes that I completely,
I remember.
I completely just had to tarnish, because it was just like, bro, what are you doing? My whole thing was, and I say this to anybody that starts a group. Anything that starts a duo or a group,
right,
you want to split the work evenly.
Exactly.
You want it to work together. Right. You don't want one person to be carrying the weight and the other one isn't doing shit.
Right.
So he wasn't working. I was. I wanted him to have a little bit more responsibility than me having to take care of it.
He's got all the time. Yeah, might as well.
And yet he's still just
Like if he was fully in it, he would have picked up on that. Like, okay, he's doing this and this and this.
Yeah.
I'm not doing shit. Like, let me help him out. Let's split the workload. Let's push it.
And that's the mindset of somebody who's fully into it.
Yeah.
The half in, half out, you can't have that around you, bro, because it just doesn't progress. And you'll see it within the content. You'll be like, dude, why does this episode not feel right? Why is it not popping off? Why is it? And you read back and you listen to those podcasts and you're like, bro, I carried the whole conversation. It's real, man. And I'm glad that, things happen the way they did because, again, look at you now.
Yeah.
You're blowing up. And all he can do is watch. Is sit back and
enjoy the scene.
What did I do? You know what I'm saying? But that's a missed opportunity on his part. But yeah.
It was so hard.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I told you this, but there was one time that I literally told him, you're in control of these next 2 episodes.
I remember that, yeah.
You have to produce them. You have to
fake all
that. I drive all the way up to the mountains. This dude. Nothing.
Wow.
No content, no nothing whatsoever. We were supposed to do something with his family, involving his family. His family ain't even there. He didn't even tell them. And I was just like, you didn't tell them? He's like, well, I told them, but they left. I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I was like, I drove all the way out here to be...
you knew I drove out there? Yeah, like you knew we had a production going on and that type of stuff too, bro. It's just
I wasted a lot of time. I wasted a lot of money. I wasted a lot of effort on to something that he eventually was just he didn't want it. He
didn't energy. Yeah. If that was me and I drove up there and all that happened,
I don't think it was something. I'm just saying, bro. Like,
I'd just start. All right, bro.
Yeah, yeah. And I kind of remember that part when you guys started doing that because you told me, you're like, bro, like he's not showing up for episodes. He's lagging. Like, I don't know what to do at this point.
Yeah.
Like, it's broke boys.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be a group thing. It's supposed to be a duo. It's supposed to be a team. You know what I'm saying?
And it's just like everything that we talked about and said, everything that he talked about and he said, his ambition, his reputation.
Right.
That shit's up. No. That shit's on the
window.
But it was just so hard.
Yeah.
And I think, like I told you this earlier, I think everything played out the way it was supposed to.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Everything happens for a reason. And it sucked. You went through it. You go through it. You sit back and you just let it fucking hit you.
Yeah.
And you fucking catapult forward. And I told you, every setback is a setup for the greatest comeback.
Right.
And I was patient for it. And even when I first got my first check from the host part rider, from sponsors, from subscribers, when I got that first check, I was like, shit.
It's the wake up call.
That's why this is real.
This is what I was waiting for.
This is what we were waiting for.
Yeah.
And it happened just in the nick of time where he had already he jumped ship. He was like, nope, I'm done with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the next 3 months leading up to the end of the season, that's when I got my first check. And then I thought about it, and you know what the fucked up thing is, bro, is I thought about it, I was like, fuck, this could have been our first. We could have split it right down the middle.
The cost of the equipment, everything you spent to get into this in general, and now it's paying off.
Yeah.
It's doing the part that he didn't do.
Yeah.
And to me, I think that's the craziest part. Like, the amount of carelessness that has to be there to be able to completely disregard somebody else's genuine goals and dreams, right? And I say that because obviously in the group setting we talked about we should start a podcast. Like I really want to do this. This is something I really want to do. From that moment you first introduced that idea, or you first introduced the goal of all that, and he's saying, "Oh, bro, that'd be a great idea." Yeah. That's the feedback we were talking about earlier.
Just called him professional bullshitter.
Yeah, that's the half energy that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Where you need somebody who's genuine about it.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, he faked it and didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just, like I said, I'm just glad that you've gotten past all that, because, bro, you went through a lot, and a lot of other people probably would have stopped. Yeah. As soon as you guys split, a lot of people would be like, you know what, bro, I'm not doing this no more. I'm getting my money back. I'm selling this equipment.
Being pissed off about what he did would just want to push me more. And I feel like that's how you took it. Like,
that's exactly how
it's just like,
it was hard. I'm not
like,
yeah,
no bullshit. It was hard. It was rough.
Yeah,
because I didn't know what to do, and it's not like I was struggling with the equipment or figuring out. I already did the editing.
Yeah,
I did everything social media wise. It was more the aspect of like, I don't got no more creative ideas. I don't got a creative.
You don't have someone to bounce off of.
Yeah, and I didn't have a co-host anymore. I lost my co-host.
Yeah.
So who do I get? Do I find a replacement? Do I figure it out on my own?
Right.
And Kat was telling me this the other day. She was like, why don't you do more episodes by yourself? I was like, you know how fucking hard it is to sit there and talk to yourself? I was just like, but some of those episodes that I did by myself, I actually did pretty good.
Yeah.
But I do not like sitting there and having a conversation with myself sometimes.
Exactly. I mean, to be honest with you though, like, would you rather make a podcast episode dragging somebody else in the topic and then just agreeing with you, or just one by yourself?
That's true.
Because
it's basically the same thing.
Yeah. It's just having another body there to say something.
Exactly. And so, I mean, the creative aspect of it, bro, is everything happens for a reason, and everything's going to go your guys' way. You just got to be willing to put in the work, and it's all going to pay off for sure.
But back to what you were saying about splitting the workload, that's the conversation me and DJ has had.
Yeah.
About the clothing brand. I was like, me and you will both come together for the designs.
Mm-hmm.
I'll worry about manufacturing the clothes. You'll worry about the media side.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just push it.
Yeah. And that's just how it has to be. I mean, finding that equal balance, and then, you know, being honest, talking and having open conversations. I tried my best to have open conversations, even with them. But anytime that it became open, it was more of like, yeah, don't worry, I'll work on it. Oh yeah, I'll do better. But nothing came of it. Like, as long as you guys can both have that open conversation and both equally be like, all right, you know what? We're a team. I feel like this. I'm going to do my best to work on it, and then check each other.
Right.
Because I felt like I checked him so many times, he wasn't checking me. And I was like, dude, push come to shove. Yeah. Don't matter. Tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me that I'm fucking up somewhere.
Right.
I was like, that's the point. That's the aspect of both of us growing. This is our group. This is what we're trying to build on. So having that open communication and just being honest with each other, no matter how fucked up it might be or no matter how uncomfortable it might be, honesty is the best policy.
And, you know, I think that kind of goes back to what we were talking about this morning as well, right? Lessons through business or through personal experiences. Like, I feel like that had to be a lesson for you, right? You can't rely on anybody else to build your own success or to reach your own goals or to help you get there, right? So earlier you were telling me, you know, sometimes you end up going through certain things and you're down and out for so long that it's a lesson for you to be able to stand up on your own 2 feet and say, you know what, bro, I can't give up. I have to keep doing this. Yeah. And I feel like that was one of those things where you were just like, okay, just because I don't have him no more, am I still going to do this? Just because he's not in my corner, he's not pushing the same energy that I'm pushing, he's not helping me produce the things that I want to reach, am I still going to continue? And you know what I'm saying? You took it as a lesson. You said, you know what, I'm going to keep doing this because this is what I enjoy. And again, look at the outcome. It's beautiful. The money started coming in. You got a better audience that's still pushing for reviews and things of that sort. And more people are going to start hitting you up saying, hey, can we collab? Hey, can we be a part of the podcast episode? Bro, I went on X today and people are like, if people just randomly recorded the stuff that me and my group talk about or do the things that we do, we'd be famous. Yeah, and I'm just, that's why me and Julian ended up getting the camera and we wanted to start vlogging. And so that's why I was just like,
until we lost it.
Shout out Trinity for deleting all the content that we recorded for all.
Oh God.
Content.
Really?
He told her to turn the power button and
I said, clicked the red button, so I was recording. She held it.
She pressed and held it, and that button deletes.
Delete the entire thing.
Bro, it was like
3.5 hours worth of footage.
Oh God,
the heartbreak from that was insane.
And it was like us at her apartment drinking, like chilling, getting ready to go out to a Halloween party.
There was so many.
But those are lessons, though.
Yeah,
let her grab the camera.
It's really just...
I've had a few of those where you're just sitting there. I think we had like we had like a total of 10 episodes. No bullshit. Where we were recording and we sat here the whole time like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And the laptop, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And the laptop wasn't recording at all.
Oh, I remember. I think I was there for one of them.
Or the audio wasn't set up to the proper soundboard.
Right.
I've had shit like that before. It's just like, you know what? Fuck this.
I'm going to bed. Yeah. That's so real, bro.
Yeah, but no, I'm truly glad that you guys are both starting it. And start somewhere, start anywhere.
Yeah.
Fucking just do it. Send it.
We have some footage.
We got some footage so far, and obviously it's going to be trial and error because this is something me and him both haven't done. I do still shots. I do stuff with car stuff. I know how to like make reels of video, like cars. That's not hard.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to sit in front of a camera and continuously talk for an hour and a half, and then chop it up and turn it into a 20-minute video, that is hard.
Yeah.
And especially for someone who's very camera shy. If you've ever watched any of my content, I'm rarely in it. Like, rarely.
It was doing some awkward shit.
Bro, I'm telling you, some of these behind-the-scenes videos that me and Julian have recorded, you'd be like, DJ, get off the camera.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys, welcome to my... No. I'm telling you.
But even, I've told you that, like, even that type of footage.
Yeah.
Compilation, fucking up.
Yeah, bloopers. Yeah.
Anything. All that works. I mean, it makes it
more raw.
Yeah. Because it makes it more authentic. It's you. It's your guys' channel.
And I haven't talked to you about it, but that's what I've been kind of leaning on making. Just a video of just the clip, the funny shit. All the shit that we...
Or shit, do it towards the end of the year. You guys vlog that whole year and then be like, all right, man, like, this is just all of our bloopers. Right. And you have 2 other videos right there, straight bloopers.
Exactly. And that's one thing that I will say is that I need to help, like, come up with more content creation ideas because, again, I've never vlogged before. This is something new for me. I grew up not really watching vlogs like that. For me, it was just car content, people working on cars, stuff like that. But if I could, by any means, do any more research and be able to, like, really study, like, people like David Dobrik.
Because
I don't watch any.
He don't watch anything. I'll show him movies, videos, people on YouTube. He's like,
I don't know who none of these people are. Yeah.
For me, that's all I do. Like, I'm just watching, trying to figure out, like, what works, what doesn't work, what are people doing that is working, what are people doing that's not working.
Exactly. That's the part that I have to keep up with. And that's why...
And everyone vlogs their own way. Yeah. Everyone vlogs their own, how they like it. There's people that have 20-minute vlogs. There's people that have 30-minute vlogs.
Right.
I mean, everyone does it their own way. I've never seen somebody be successful as how David Dobrik did it for 4 minutes.
Right.
So I've always based myself with, like, if I were to do vlogs, I would do something similar to that.
Right.
Because I feel like, for me personally, a 20-minute vlog would be too long for me.
I would lose my attention span.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, if I were to ever do vlogs, I would do it a lot shorter. Which makes it way easier because then you're just doing small clips of here and there.
Right.
But then it makes it harder on the editing side.
Because you got to sit there and watch
all of that. That's it down.
Yeah.
Or 10 minutes. It's just pros and cons back and forth.
I think obviously none of the work that we're going to be producing is going to be easy. And that's the one thing people don't understand about content creation is people think it's just easy. They think it's going to roll off the tongue easy when you're doing vlogs and, like, you're going to be naturally funny. Bro, you have to be careful about the things you say so you don't get canceled. You have to be careful about the things you recording other people without their consent. Copyright. Right.
Copyright's a big one,
bro. And people don't understand. It's a whole process. This isn't just something you can do on your fun time on the weekend and just successful blow up like that.
Yeah, no.
This is something people have spent years practicing, months practicing. If you're good like that,
yeah.
But nothing is possible. No, I mean, nothing is impossible. Sorry.
Nothing's possible.
Everything is possible.
We're fucked.
But nothing in this world is impossible. You can reach means of success as long as you have the time, the dedication, and the energy to do it, and a supportive group behind it. If you don't have a supportive background, I pray you can stand 10 toes and still do what you have to do.
Yeah.
Because other people will fall easily.
Exactly.
And then back to what Barnes saying is the time. Like, people that are doing it, that's all they do.
That's literally all day.
But us, it's just, we got work. We got the group. In reality, we have Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Or the end of Friday, Saturday, and half of Sunday.
Yeah.
And just take that shit to the fullest extent. I mean, if I had the privilege to vlog and to really sit there and be like, you know what, I'm gonna dedicate days for vlogging and for podcasting, it would only be Saturdays.
Right.
Saturdays would be free.
Right.
Because at that point it's just like, okay, I can podcast in the morning, or I could take a road trip real quick and vlog that whole thing.
Right.
That's my thing. And you can necessarily, let's say like you guys want to vlog going to Santa Cruz.
Right.
Put the camera as you're driving, make a whole interaction as you're driving, as you're getting there.
Yeah.
2.5 hours right there.
Yeah.
When you get to Santa Cruz, pick what you want to do. I mean, you don't have to waste hella money. I think that's the beauty of vlogging for us, especially since we're not that far from certain cities.
Right.
Is you could just go.
You can go a lot of places. Yeah. Being in the Central Valley is actually like really goated. A lot of people are just like, oh, I hate Fresno. I'm gonna be honest with you, Fresno's kind of goated because you can go to the mountains in 2.5 hours, 2 hours, not even that sometimes. You can go to the beach, 2.5 hours, 2 hours.
You go to a big city.
You can go to the Bay Area in about 3 hours. You can hit LA about 4 hours, 4.5, depending on traffic. Yeah. Vegas is another situation. That's a whole other state.
I'm never making that drive again.
Bro, I'm telling you, that drive,
imagine me, what I had to go.
No,
bro, I'm never making that drive again.
That trip sounded crucial.
Bro, we were stuck in traffic.
Isn't that like a 6 hour drive?
Bro, it's...
Well, how long is the traffic?
Yeah, from here, it's 5.5 hours, sir.
Bro, we were supposed to get there at 5 p.m., right? We didn't get there till 3 in the morning.
I think that was one where the
semi flipped with battery.
Oh,
simple.
God.
Now.
Bro, Kay was on a 13-hour drive. He called me in the middle of it. I said, oh, we're just stuck in traffic. We'll be there by it says we'll be there by 3. Bro, he didn't get there till 6 in the morning. I said, wow. Not doing that again.
They need more.
But why is it?
Well, people say that the flights from Fresno to Vegas is cheaper than driving.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And I think you're only wasting like $60 sometimes.
Damn.
As far as from what I remember, some people making those flights.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. That'd be a cool little thing to vlog too. But as we were saying before, there's so many different things you can do here in the Central Valley. You don't have to be stuck in Fresno. Just do a road trip.
Yeah.
Go visit somewhere you've never been before. Go explore.
I think what I like too about certain stuff that we did in Fresno, like when we had photo shoots in the beginning of our vlogs, we would vlog that whole thing. Obviously, we wouldn't talk. We wouldn't say anything because we were still camera shy. I was still camera shy.
Yeah.
I still am, even though I still have the fucking camera on.
Yeah.
But I'll struggle with that every now and then. So either way, like you can make something out of anything. You just have to find it however you want to do it and what way you want to do it.
Exactly. Phone is on fire.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm glad. Bro, it's the 14. Don't play me like that. We getting there. All right, we getting there.
The stuff that he be telling me, you're gonna be mid-edit. It's like, I gotta pause. I was like, what do you mean you gotta pause? You're like, phone talk is going slow.
Bro, Instagram edit. Let me tell you, CapCut is goated because when you're editing on CapCut, for one, it doesn't drain your battery as much. And for two, it doesn't get your phone hot. I'm on Instagram editing, trying to make it real. I give it 6 minutes, bro. I'm over here just putting the song together, trying to make sure the video clips look good, the filter's right. The song starts skipping, the video's all glitching, the song's off beat all of a sudden. Phone's on fire. I'm at 6%. All of us, bro. I'm telling you, it's such a process. I'm glad I got CapCut because it's an easier interface, like we were talking about earlier. But one thing about making content is if you don't have the right equipment to do it or the right interface to do it on, you're going to struggle.
Yeah.
And I'm just glad I got to see it first person because I was just like, bro, this looks so easy. Like all these editing, I can do all this editing, bro.
Yeah.
No. No.
Your phone restricts.
My phone humbled real quick. My phone said, yeah, buddy, this is not an iPhone 15.
Yeah.
You need to calm down, buddy.
Well, shit, I'm glad that all my Android products don't work fine, bro. I ain't got no issues with any of them.
I hope your battery falls out the back tonight.
Dude, I mean, I can open this bitch and then have CapCut on one side, Instagram on the other, and
Foldable phone is crazy.
That phone too. What?
it's clean.
So on that phone, can you like hang up on people? Like,
Yeah, I can.
hey, that's crazy.
Or I can be literally full phone call while it's on tablet mode, bro.
That's wild.
There's a little camera too in the screen right here. That if I want to take selfies and shit, it's right behind all the pixels.
That's actually crazy.
Right there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I still think the foldable screen is insane. Like whoever developed that.
Have you seen the other one that they're developing?
No.
Well, it's literally just a screen.
The camera's right there.
You can't even. You can barely see it.
There you go. Do you know that I think Google has the trifold?
They have a trifold now?
It folds 3 different ways, bro.
Hot dog and hamburger weight.
Origami.
I did not believe that until I saw the video of the dude actually reviewing the entire fucking phone.
So it's bigger than that.
Yeah, so you literally fold it like this, like in half. And then on this side,
There's another one.
you fold it again.
The sidekick don't got nothing on the track. You understand? But can we talk about the sidekick? Because back in the days, if you had one of those, bro, you were goated. You just pull out your phone, a quick little flick, bro.
I had the old Walmart track phone, the one that you would buy minutes.
Yeah.
Little ass fucking.
My very first phone was it looked like carbon fiber. It was a Verizon flip phone from Walmart. I think it was like $25, bro. Used to get like 20 minutes every month.
I think my first one was a flip phone too. I went from a flip phone to a sliding phone. I forgot what it was called. It was some Verizon generic ass flip up with the keyboard.
Yeah.
Went from that then to a Galaxy S2. In middle school,
I had the S3. I remember that. Yeah.
everyone else had like the fucking 5. I was on the 2. And then high school, I didn't have, or I did. I had the Galaxy S Edge 7. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been
It cracked it.
That's girl. Anyways,
And then after I started making money senior year, I went and bought my 5. Yeah.
I went from the Galaxy S3 all the way up until senior year, and then I got a Galaxy S8 Plus. That was a goated phone. The little finger print scan on the back. I felt like I was him with that.
Yeah.
Bro.
He thought he was James Bond.
Oh my God, I was like,
You know which ones
cool?
the ones that I liked were the durable fucking Galaxies. The ones that were like life proof.
Yeah.
That they
They had like the rubber borders on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those were fucking goated. I really like those.
If you had a Motorola Razr back in the days, you had that shit on.
They had a BlackBerry back in.
Yeah, Blackberries. Yeah.
You know they still, or I don't think they make them no more, but there was a newer one. It was like this. But I had
That's crazy.
I did not know that.
I'm not gonna.
I saw that BlackBerry had the flip phone, like the flip that was all touchscreen.
Could you imagine being able to pull your phone, just flip it, just use the
I'd have to judge you a little bit. I'm like, hold on. We about to be 2025. Come on now, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, that needs to be. I mean, they brought the flip phone back.
Yeah.
Well,
Just flips the
flip
other way.
phone.
Well, this one's a fold. The other's a flip.
Yeah, they do have that one too, huh? They have flips this way.
They do have that,
And that one you can use the front screen too.
right?
Yeah.
You know what I think about a lot?
Huh.
Is like in all the movies where they're talking about the future, we have this and that.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we're so far off from that shit.
Hey, at least
we've come up a long way.
Yeah.
Not as that they thought back in the day.
Nah, we're going towards iRobot. We already got the Tesla robots and the
You seen
bus.
that?
Oh,
Have y'all seen the video of them like actually
Yeah.
interacting?
Yeah.
Bro,
The
that
bar?
is wild.
The bartender robot.
He was joking and shit with them. I was like, nah, I'm cool.
I did find out that they actually did have voice actors behind the
it.
scenes that were acting it out for some of the previews, but a lot of them don't have voice actors. Now, I'm just saying it's a little too crazy how it's way too close to iRobot, because if you watch the movie and you
I
realize,
watched it the other day after that. I was like,
yeah, a little too close.
wait up. Hold on. Wait a
Because if I'm not mistaken, when Will Smith walks into his mom's house, he was like, why you got that robot up in here? And he was talking mess about it. the robot was doing the exact same things as Elon Musk wants for the robots to do.
Yeah.
Just a helping hand.
Picking up the mail, running errands, flowering, or what?
Flowering.
Watering the flowers. Oh, I'm so sorry. Chat.
What's the tea?
Please be patient with me. Me and my speech impediment have gone through a lot. But yeah, I mean, the robot is really spot on to what iRobot was like. And I just don't understand, why is it that when people with money, people who are in higher places, right, they often tend to go into those types of realms where it's just like, all right, let's push the limits.
That's probably because they got the money to do it anyway.
But what do you
It makes
get out of
sense
that?
for someone like Elon, because he's been doing that shit.
Yeah.
Well, the rock, I mean, one thing.
The rocket he was making for billionaires to live in while they're fucking out of space.
But let's talk about the AI situation. They're already talking about how AI is basically creating its own language and talking with each other to try and like generate.
That's crazy.
Bro, you can't control AI. It's already smarter than the human mind is, and that was the one thing that everybody was fearful for. Okay, what if they like outlearn us?
They already did.
Yeah, so why would you want to test that out? Why would you already knew what the outcome was. We already theorized it, and you created it and said, it'll be all right, don't worry about it. Dog, I'm good. If iRobot becomes a thing, you're going to catch me out in Wyoming.
Well, it's just insane that AI is just pretty much anywhere now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Literally is everywhere.
it's
Like Instagram has AI.
Yeah.
Snapchat has AI.
And ChatGPT.
Our
Bro,
text messages have AI.
I use ChatGPT a lot.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's some people that still do it. And you know
What
what?
is that? Use that shit for homework.
Yeah.
Really.
It's crazy.
I wish we had that shit in high school.
Man. But we did have Mathway. They was giving us the answers like crazy. Shout out Miss McFeeder. She ain't know that I wasn't the smartest she thought I was.
And all the test answers being on Quizlet.
Quizlet? Yeah.
Cause it was the shit.
But I just think it's crazy how far technology has come. Like, even though we're not as what most people predicted us to be with flying cars and all that other stuff and hoverboards, you know, we still have come a long way. Having self-driving cars, rockets now that land themselves, that's
insane.
To be able to precisely get a rocket that's coming from miles, thousands of miles out of the earth.
And to defy the laws of gravity.
Right. Being able to come back and land right where it started from, that's insane.
But that was smart on him, because if you think about it, how much NASA was wasting sending rockets and then just having them just blow up.
But even in the amount of like space, like garbage that's orbiting the Earth,
No, they fall back down.
sometimes there's a lot still orbiting though. There's a ton.
Satellites, not spaceships.
No, satellites, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just stuff they send out there outer space. Yeah.
There's a Tesla out there flying somewhere. No,
There it is. I remember that. Yeah. That's actually insane.
aliens whipping that motherfucker right now.
Did you hear that there's an exoplanet that we actually got transmissions back from?
Really?
Yeah.
I did not hear that.
There's artificial lights that we created on another planet.
Oh,
They said it'd take us
6.
light years, right?
Yeah.
6 light years to be able to
It's 6 light years away, but in time it was like some crazy ass.
It's wild numbers, bro. Wild numbers. But there's artificial lights as if it's like a city that's lit up on the planet.
Someone shoot the message to be like, hey, travel to Earth. We can't get to you.
Oh, God, I know y'all got the technology. Come on back.
Just warp over here.
Do mine too. Like if we're not alone, like how hasn't nobody found us yet?
Yeah.
Or
Well, I mean, there's
pretty sure fucking aliens have come to your bed.
Yeah.
I think what fucked me up once is I saw somebody posted on like TikTok or Twitter, I'm sorry. And it said, what if aliens are just rich billionaires visiting Earth?
That would go along with the reptilian theory, low-key. Because they're not from Earth. They're just...
But even the government confirming about alien activity. And
Well,
yeah, like,
What is it, like
Ex-Congress.
Canadian something?
Oh.
Like came out, it was like, oh yeah, no, aliens have come here before.
Yeah. But I mean, it's real. Like, think about it. We can't be the only civilization that's been able to come up and there's literally proof of another planet that can hold life. That alone is enough to be like, okay, yeah, there's other planets out there that got something going on. But
And then all the shit that's been coming out now that's declassified, like all the fighter pilots seeing shit.
yeah, that was crazy because a lot of people were supposed to be on hush mode, like they're on no disclaimer contracts. They can't talk about the things they see.
about it.
Now that it's all coming out, all the people in the early 2000s talking about UFOs and aliens and things that they saw, they're like, oh, these are tinfoil people. These are people that, nah, they're crazy.
That's crazy.
Like there's proof.
Mhm.
And everybody quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's just accepting it. But that's the reason why, like, I feel for a lot of people with conspiracy theories, right? Even the term itself was a derogatory term for people who obviously made conspiracies and were like, you know what, this kind of adds up. This makes a lot of sense as to why this certain situation happened. And people were quick to disprove it and be like, bro, go touch grass, go
do something.
But it's like, okay, but years later on down the road, they find out that they were right.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, a person can really sit down and put 2 and 2 together. Life is not what it seems.
There's a little bit of truth to every conspiracy. That's how it became a conspiracy.
Yeah, but obviously, I don't know if it's media, I don't know if it's government agencies that try and disprove these certain things and say they're conspiracy theorists, don't take them seriously, they're outside of the box. They're just, at that point, you're trying to disprove somebody who's actually getting on to something. They should be praised for it, for thinking outside the box.
Exactly.
But
one of the conspiracy theories that I've been seeing is, what do you guys think? Do you think Jay-Z and Beyonce are somewhat linked to the Diddy situations?
They're really close.
Yeah.
Like, they're a little too close.
Yeah.
For them not to be involved.
They're, as much praise as they get from other celebrities, other fans and stuff like that.
Like, they're in fear for them. Like,
yeah. I kind of have the feeling that they have a lot to do with it. There was a theory about J. Cole producing in one of his songs. I think I talked to you about it.
It's everywhere. I'm pretty sure you've seen it.
On TikTok, where he's talking about
all the dead artists.
Michael Jackson, Left Eye, and was it
Aaliyah?
Yeah. And it makes sense, you know what I'm saying? But I do have a feeling that Jay-Z and Beyonce are beyond a lot of things. I'm not the type of person who's going to, like, completely disregard a theory, because if you sat down and really thought about it that deep, I wouldn't doubt there's some kind of connection.
Yeah.
I mean, think about the Jeffrey Epstein situations.
Yeah.
Bro, nobody knew about that shit until all of a sudden, boom.
And
it all came out.
The people who were involved in it
were like,
wait a minute, like, that's me?
There?
When something that big pops off and a lot of other celebrities are included into it,
it just makes everybody question everything.
Those theories that were coming out about certain celebrities saying, oh, they're in a group, like they're a part of the higher group, they're this, they're that, it makes it more believable. And again, that's why you can't really disregard theories, because look at it now. All of a sudden he's on suicide watch, bro, off himself.
Makes no sense.
Bro, there's no way that we're just going to dust that off like it didn't happen.
And you know what?
And they did.
It's wild.
Yeah, you don't hear anything about it now.
Yeah. No, I think it's wild that there was a list with Epstein about people going in and out of the island, and it had celebrities and it had all kinds of people. All of a sudden, you don't hear nothing about the list no more. He's already dead.
Yeah.
So they're like, whatever, wishy-washy about it.
Where's his wife?
Now there's this whole list of Diddy.
Yeah.
Could they be I wouldn't doubt if there's similar people in those lists.
Did you see how many people were like in the Diddy case? How many people are accusing him?
Yeah.
It just makes me wonder what other celebrities are out there that are doing shady shit.
A lot. I guarantee it's a lot.
If you have money, you have the power.
Yeah.
I mean, look at R. Kelly.
You have power, you can do whatever you want.
Mr. Kelly.
Bill Cosby.
Oh, man.
Harvey Weinstein. All these guys are all celebrities.
It's so crazy how we used to idolize them. Like, and I'm not going to say all of us did, but like, bro, back in the days growing up from a black household, watching BET, seeing all these rappers, all these people trying to aim big, trying to do bigger things. And then this is how they turn out.
Yeah.
And it all links back to money. Obviously, Jeffrey Epstein. Obviously, people like
money.
Yeah, it's always sick shit, though. And I was talking to somebody about it. Why is it that when money gets involved in people's lives that they always turn into these evil ways? Like,
because that's how they got the money.
Sometimes, but some people also born into money end up doing things like that.
Because that's how their family got money.
Or sometimes it's just because you know that you got the money and you got the power, so you just run with it.
But people just get bored. But why is it always negative stuff? Why isn't it just like, you know what, man? Like, this country's going through a lot. Like, I've been there. I've seen it first person. Like, let's help this community out. Let's do this.
Yeah.
But it's always the people who have little to nothing. The people who have to come from the working class, the ones who literally busting their ass day in, day out, trying to make something for themselves, that are trying to help the community out more than anybody else. That's the one thing that seems so backwards to me. You would think the one who has a lot would do more for the people who don't. But
Who knows? I mean, there's a very few people that I actually see that actually will do something that are from the high power one. Like, one of them was Eminem. Eminem gives back to the city of Detroit all the time. And just doesn't publicly say anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got people like famous fucking Latin groups right now that are blowing up. Like there's Fuerza Regia. They're fucking wholesome.
Cartels.
Yeah. They're wholesome. They're always giving back to their fans, to their people, just because they know, like, hey, and that's the struggle that we go through.
Right.
I don't know if a lot of people just don't like giving back, or some people just like to take their wealth and be like, well, I've earned this. This is my shit, and I'm taking care of my family or my people, but I'm not gonna share the wealth with everybody.
Right.
Who knows?
I would.
Yeah, I would. Too.
I would too. But again, that's coming from people who had to work for their shit. Yeah, we weren't born with a silver spoon in our mouth. We had to work for ours.
And then I think that's why, like, going back to the content creation conversation that we had, is you cherish every moment that you go through.
Exactly.
And I think I told you this earlier too, like, no matter how many times, like, you're back in this position, you're back at your lowest point, you always have to remember that you're going to catapult to the next.
Right.
You're going to move on to the next phase. And no matter how hard it is.
Absolutely.
And then another thing I don't understand is, like, the young people coming up, like the YouTube stars, TikTok stars, they're coming up, their life's made already, and they go do some fuck shit. Like, why take the risk if you're already, your life is set?
There's so much more to do on this planet than doing fuck shit.
And I think just some people they just get the taste of glory and they just fucking run with it, and they don't care about,
right? Because
they think it's so easy. Then some people get lucky and they get fortunate enough to blow up and make money and whatever their case may be. I mean, shit. I mean, you see some TikTok people that blow up with just one video, and all of a sudden they're a social influencer.
Yeah. And I just think social media, it has its pros and its cons for sure, but sometimes it's just,
sometimes you can't just come into this business into like thinking of like, oh, I'm just here just for the money.
Right.
I'm just here so that way this replaces my 9 to 5.
Right.
You should find the passion of why you do it.
Exactly.
And if you do it because you really like it, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love doing my podcast. I can still have 10 listeners and I'll still continue making episodes.
Right.
But again, that's because that's my passion.
Right.
I'm going to do it. Even if I wasn't getting paid, guess what? I was still doing it. I did it for a whole year without getting paid.
Right.
Now this is different. Why not put more of an effort? Why not change things around?
That's what we saw too. Because when I wanted to make the clothing company, at first I wanted to do it because every time I go to the store, can't find shit that I like. And I'm like, I might as well just make my own shit.
Right.
And I know I'm gonna like it.
Yeah.
And well, might as well sell it too. Like whatever other people like it, might as well sell it.
Yeah.
And then the YouTube thing was like just having fun with friends.
Yeah.
Like chilling with the homies.
Creating memories.
Yeah. And then like, well, might as well post it. Maybe people will enjoy it.
Right.
And then if it becomes something, it becomes something.
But if not, at least we can look back on this past and just be like, yeah, remember when we did that? Like, it's
like, oh, go watch it.
Yeah, it's enjoyable stuff. Me, funny story is that me and Julian actually did try video creations and wanted to start our own YouTube channel years ago. And this was 2021 or 2020?
I was like 2020 or 20.
And we actually made a whole video, edited and everything. We still, till this day, will go back and just sit down and watch it.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, bro, what were we doing? And that's the type of stuff we wanted to create.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the genuine part of, social media content creation, is that you don't have to do it for the people all the time.
Yeah.
You can just enjoy yourself and do what you want to do and record it for you and still build up off of it. And that's why I think people like David Dobrik, or people like what's homeboy's name? What the dude who always does like crazy monster truck videos and he's always like running over shit.
Oh, Danny Duncan.
Stuff like that. They do it because they're just like,
that's how he was recording his life in Florida.
Yeah.
Doing the shit he regularly do.
And now he's doing,
now that he has money, he's like, well, let me do this.
Yeah.
Let me do that.
Yeah.
And he's giving back to this. He, every time, because what was it? What was the hurricane before the one that just happened?
There's so many.
Is it?
It was an H. It was with the H because they go in alphabetical order.
Yeah. Right.
But he was in LA at the time, flew back to a near city, and then drove through Florida to go to his warehouse, get all the shit that he has, and just spread it out. He went to Home Depot, bought all kinds of shit, and just start spreading it out.
Yeah. The thing is in that situation too, if you have like a business or an LLC too, you can use that as tax write-offs too. Yeah. A lot of people don't understand, like, just because you're making all this money doesn't mean you just have to sit there and keep collecting and spending.
Or spending shit. Borrow the other people's money.
Yeah, literally, you get donations, you get money from what you do on YouTube and other social media outlets. Bro, give back. You're gonna get it back. It's not gonna go nowhere. Yeah. People cherish money a little too much to the point to where they're just like, no, I gotta keep this. Bro, there's millionaires out there that wouldn't give a $10 bill
to a
homeless person or someone who definitely needs it, because they're just like, no, I need this for my business. I could use
for my legacy.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, well, we get it, but brother, at the end of the day, let's strip you from everything. What the fuck do you have? What is your character? What is your genuine persona? Yeah, right. Without the money. Yep. And people tend to forget that when they start reaching the 6-figure income and getting higher than that, you know. And that's one thing that I pray for all my people that are into content creation, all the people who are working to become a social media influencer, or someone who wants to reach the stars and make all that money or become famous, or whatever it is. Don't lose yourself in it. Yeah. Remember where you started from, and remember the reason you started it out, and remember to give back to those who, again, were supporting you from the start, and give back to those that were there for you when you needed it the most. Mm-hmm. Because the worst thing you could do is blow up and forget about those who care for you when you're at your lowest.
Absolutely.
But just saying, man. Yeah, it's like a cold world out here.
That's how I've always thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, shit. If there's anything that we can all help each other out, bro, even for people that are listening, shit, let us know. We're willing to help anybody out. And if you know anybody that wants to hop on the podcast and just talk about their life story or anything, just let me know.
Yeah.
Or tell them to hit me up, because I would love to have them on, and just to sit here and just to support them and then support me. That's all that really matters. Like I said, like, I'm happy to do this on the side. I'm glad that all this is a blessing.
Gotta support those that support you, man.
No, yeah. Is there anything else that you guys want to say, or anything important that you guys want to tell you guys as people that are listening?
Just care for one another, bro.
Yeah.
Just at the end of the day, bro, the people around you is all you got.
Yeah.
You lost everything. What do you have? Just the people around you.
Just remember to give back to the community you rose from. There's nothing else in this life that you'll have other than that. Literally what Julian just said. Mm-hmm. Just make sure that you always give back. Do unto others as you would want them to do to you. That's it.
Hell yeah. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, Julian, for being here, man. I appreciate you guys for being here, man. These episodes are great. I can't wait to edit them. Can't wait to finalize them and post them. They're great episodes. And thank you guys for definitely coming in on a Wednesday. I know we're all fucking dealing with their own shit, man. But thank you for being here, though. And thank you guys for supporting me. And let me know whenever you guys want to vlog. And if there's anything I can do to help you guys, whatever, just let me know.
We appreciate the opportunity.
You got the support from the Broke Boys for sure.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, man. It means a lot. And like I said, I mean, we're here to help you out. We're here to help everybody.
We're all here to just work. Yeah. Like make it all our shit work together.
Yeah. Let's just make it in this community, because absolutely we're all we got. Real shit.
Hell yeah, man. We'll further collab. I definitely would love to work with you guys' clothing brand and your guys' vlogs too. So let me know what else we could work with, bro.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you guys for all listening. We love you. Don't forget to follow my TikTok and my Instagram at BrokeBoys_FF. And go ahead. You guys can plug in your socials. Give a shout out to anybody that you guys know.
Give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok at Whoadae, WHOADAEE. Shout out Modified Luxury Crew on Instagram for our car content.
You can follow me at Instagram, Isaac 3 zeros. Find me there.
Thank you guys for listening. Y'all take care and y'all have a good one. Much love. Peace.